Aloha. First, on behalf of Dawn and my colleagues, let us all thank you for allowing us to come into your community, and thank you all for being willing to show up to these meetings and share your thoughts and opinions and perspectives. As many of you know, reading the newspapers or seeing this broadcast live, we are about halfway through a process of community meetings on all of the islands to discuss very important questions. I think it's important to recognize that this is historic, and regardless of whatever your opinions may be on the substance of the issue, the opportunity for us to come before you and ask you your opinions is an historic opportunity. The federal government has not had meetings like this in over a decade, so we are honored to have this opportunity to hear from you tonight. And because we want to hear from all of you, we are truncating our panel presentation today because, as you can see, it is an overflowing crowd, and we want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to speak today. I want to say a few things about the Department of Interior to give some of you some context that may be helpful. The Department of the Interior is a large federal agency under the jurisdiction of the United States. We have lots of different responsibilities, but of all the responsibilities that we have, that is the most profound, the most important, it is our responsibility to Native communities throughout the United States. The Department of Interior, specifically through the Hawaiian Homes Commission Act, has responsibility for oversight of that act and works with the state agency in that oversight responsibility. So we do have 90 years of concrete experience of working on these issues. And we have been charged by Congress to work on these issues. So within the bounds of federal law, we are asking a number of questions. But let me be clear here, because this is the ninth meeting that we have had in all the different islands, and we are listening to what you are saying. We are listening to what you are saying, and we heard it with the introduction today. We're hearing it loud and clear. But let me be clear with you that when we don't respond, or when you're frustrated about our lack of ability to discuss international issues, it is because we do not have that purview for the United States government. Our purview is domestic. And I understand that's frustrating to many of you who are here, and I am sorry for that. But within the purview that we do have, within the responsibilities that have been entrusted in us by Congress, we are providing an opportunity for you to provide input on a series of questions. And of all the questions that we have in the materials that you've gotten, or you've seen online, or you heard about, the most important question that I think you should focus on, the crux of what all of this boils down to, is a single question that is, do you want the federal government to establish a process that would enable a Native Hawaiian government to be recognized by the US federal government? Do you want us to establish a process? And again, many of you have come today to state your opinion on that question. Some of you have come today to learn more. And we're welcoming all of your opinions. We're welcoming all of your perspectives. But what's important to note about this question is that all other Native communities in the United States have this option, and many of them have exercised this option. The only Native community within the United States that doesn't even have the option is the Native Hawaiian community. And so what we are asking fundamentally again is, do you want this option? Again, you may not want the option, or maybe you do want the option, but you don't exercise the option. But again, just let me underscore, this option doesn't even exist for you. So that's why we're here today. That's why we're interested in hearing from you. And I know, and the other thing that I'll just point out, I know this process is confusing. I know this process may seem quite rushed. I know we did a press release, we published the advance notice of rulemaking, and then we came out to the islands shortly thereafter. But let me tell you, the public comment period for this is open for 60 days. And if you showed up tonight to register your opinion, we welcome that. But if you showed up tonight to learn more, or if you showed up tonight and you have a bunch of testimony that you're not going to be able to do in the 2 minutes that is provided, we are providing you all sorts of opportunities to register your voice and to make your voice heard all the way through August 19th. All right, you can write us, you can email us. We are interested in all of your voices, all of your opinions. It's obviously a really important issue. We get how important it is. We're honored to be here. Thank you to, I believe, the Crabs, who brought in these amazing pictures of your royalty, of your legacy. We are honored to be here, and we are honored to hear from all of you tonight.